I'm up at dark beneath God's gray sky. These days I never see the light. Before I go under the riverbed, pick or shovel fits me right. Lower me down the tombstone chamber, some 20 feet below the sea. We strike that hole under the riverbed. You can't whistle or barely breathe. It started one day with me hungover in the MTA Transit Museum, babysitting for Tati's nephew, the three of us. And I couldn't keep up with the kid who was running from train to train to stall to stall, and I eventually found myself glaring, stumbling in front of this display about the sandhogs, and I was sort of like couldn't do much physically, so I started to read, and there's these great old photos that kind of look like these old miner working photos that look like the kind you'd see from like Kentucky or West Virginia history, but it was New York, and there's definitely been a sort of a tradition with this band, or one that we're trying to cultivate, which is to, you know, we're a string band from New York, and so we occasionally, you know, bring New York history in, and we, you know, we're not necessarily singing mining songs, but you know, so. And there's also this photo of one of the workers kind of looked like my grandfather, who is an Irish, came over from Ireland, Eugene Devine. He's also a musician, was a folk musician, played fiddle. Anyhow, but there was a guy in the photo that looked kind of like him, and I was reading on it, and they were also saying that it was a common Irish job, turn of the century, for building the bridges and the tunnels to be a sandhog. So from Irish heritage, I got interested and read on. So yeah, so I guess that's where the initial idea started. The cursed cough under the riverbed, from the company doctor not a sound. The whispered rumor, bad news from Brooklyn, 12 more men had fallen down. The sandhog holds a brass token. I carry number 45, in case I'm found under the riverbed, my body can be identified. I had the guitar with me, and I started to fool around with this idea of just these kind of downstrokes, which were sort of you know, to not sound hokey about it, like the sound of work, or like, you know, some kind of, you know, idea of like you're digging this hole, and, you know, this sort of rhythm of work. But I think that a lot of the old songs that are labor songs, the music does have this, you know, whether it's a chain gang walking, or whether it's people, you know, using tools, or, you know, when you write a song about something historical, you know, not having been a sandhog in 1902 building some bridge, like, I'm writing this sort of fictitiously. There was a point where I wanted to do it all a cappella. Like, I had this thing where I was like, no music for this song, it's just going to be a cappella. But I'd sent Philippa this version of it, which I guess was just me singing it with the guitar. And you said, do you remember?
Hey, that's great. Do it that way. No, I don't remember.
No, what you said was, Austin, I don't like it a cappella. It should be, I miss the guitar.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I thought, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely missed the guitar.
Yeah.
Just my favorite moment in the history of this song was when we were at the studio practicing it, or like trying to figure out what arrangement we wanted to do. There was this other side room was this enormous, huge, like cathedral-sized room, and I don't think I've ever enjoyed singing in as much in that room with like this incredible reverb. I mean, like, it was amazing.
It's a long way down the riverbed where I toil away my days in the cold hard ground under the riverbed to build this bridge over my grave, to build this bridge over my grave.